I'd like to go to the Senate, where we have now with us the former COA Commissioner and also former United Nations Undersecretary General, Heidi Mendoza, live from the Senate. Commissioner Heidi, welcome to the show and thank you for making time for us. This is John Neri. Welcome, Commissioner.
Hello. Good afternoon, John. Good afternoon sa lahat ng followers and readers ng Rappler.
Commissioner, let me start with an overall question. No? How did you find the proceedings today? In particular, did you think that the State Auditor Del Campo did a good job?
Yes, they did a good job. And actually, yung testimony niya is consistent dun sa earlier testimony ni Auditor Wamil, di ba?
That's right, yeah.
And mahalaga na ma-point out natin na very professional sila. Talagang kitang-kita mo na alam nila yung batas and then alam nila yung trabaho nila, well explained. And they were able to balance yung ng due process, di ba? So, kitang-kita and it's well explained. And I think ang pinakang magaling na nagawa nila ay naipaliwanag nila sa mga ordinaryong mamamayan yung ano ba yung mga dahilan bakit may disallowance. And then this time, inintroduce din yung bagong dokumento na maaaring hindi pa alam ng ating publiko, yung credit notice, di ba? So I think they're very successful there. Oo.
You were in COA until 2015. Did you have a role to play in the joint circular that both Attorney Wamil and Ms. Del Campo keep referring to?
Well, of course, dahil tayo yung in charge of yung tawag nating operation, yung audit operation, kailangan yung review niyan dadaan sa amin, sa office namin, bago umakyat sa head of agency, sa chairman ng Commission on Audit kay Chair Grace. And it so happened, siya yung lawyer and then CPA din, di ba? Sa magandang combination. On my part naman, I was able to audit intelligence funds ng certain agencies. So parang nako-combine natin dito yung expertise, ng appreciation of an understanding of the law, and at the same time, yung experience ko naman on the ground. Oo. Pero may committee kasi yan. May committee na nag-draft niyan.
Ma'am, yung si Ms. Del Campo said something really that struck me. No? Sinabi niya when she heard Gina Acosta say that the Vice President had reportedly told her that the confidential funds would be disbursed through Colonel Lachica, na nagulat siya, no? And that prompted her to write a notice of disallowance. And then she also used the word irregular. Pinaulit sa kanya, illegal ba? Sabi niya, no, irregular. Sabi niya, so sabi ni Attorney Lorna Capunan, illegal, improper, irregular. So sabi ni irregular. Did she use the right
Hindi ko
term?
masyadong...
Sorry, did she use the right term? Irregular nga? Hindi illegal, hindi improper?
Of course. Kasi, Yeah, our auditor witness has used that right term, irregular, kasi that is not in compliance with regulation, which is joint circular. Usually kasi yung determination ng tinatawag nating illegal, etc., that has something to do with the law, di ba? At saka yung determination ng legality, dapat yan court yung di ba? So, sa akin, tama yung pagkagamit ng term na irregular. Pasok siya doon sa definition ng irregular expenses under COA Circular 85-55A.
Ma'am, maybe just last two questions, no? Ma'am, ano po yung significance nung nagkaroon ng common dates of disbursement, no? May ilan na Feb 21, 2023, merong ilan na Feb 25, may ilan na August 9. Is that a usual or a regular occurrence sa mga acknowledgement receipts?
Generally, sasabihin ko lang in general na parang yung mga ganito ang tinatawag nating very observant ang ating auditor. Tinitingnan natin yung mga frequency, and then yung oddities. Ano yung odd sa ganitong Odd ba yung medyo nagsasabay sila? Ayan, At then, syempre, tinitingnan natin, gaano kadalas ito nangyayari? Pangalawa, tinitingnan din natin dyan yung ano ba yung most likely na control na nasa-sacrifice dito? At ano yung pwedeng maging conclusion ng ating auditor?
Thank you, ma'am. And last question, if you don't mind, no? Parang may nag-skip ng notice of suspension step si Miss Del Campo. Diretso siya sa notice of disallowance. So nag-skip ng step from NS to ND, no? Nangyayari ba talaga 'yan? In my discussion with Attorney Salvador, meron siyang sinasabi na pwedeng gawin ng defense, no, as a legal strategy. Pero talagang nangyayari ba 'yan? You skip NS, go straight to notice of disallowance?
Oo. Oo, dyan. Kasi ang tawag ko nga dyan, kapag sigurado ka na outright disallowance yan, hindi ka nadadaan sa notice of suspension. Nagbigay nga ako ng example, no? Dyan, at ulitin ko dito. Kunyari dyan, nag-travel ka.
Okay.
Travel ka, no? And then sabi mo, official yung travel. Pero pag sabit mo ng liquidation, kasi cash advance din yan, ano? Kulang ng ticket. Pero sabi mo sa akin, actually, hindi ko lang maalala kung saan ko nalagay yung ticket. Isususpend ko muna yan kasi baka maalala mo pa, di ba? O yan. Pero pag tingin ko dun sa nature ng travel mo, hindi pala siya official, wala kang purpose, outright disallowance yan kasi labag siya sa batas, di ba? Hindi ko kailangan dumaan sa suspension.
Ma'am, sorry, one last
So medyo
question.
mababaw yung defense nila doon.
Yeah, one last question, no? Follow up lang. Nag-respond.
Wala ko last na kanina.
sorry. Nag-respond si Presiding Officer Cheese Escudero, no? Tinanong niya, so ibig ba sabihin nito dahil diretso kay sa notice of disallowance, you did not give the OVP a chance to reply. Ano po ang sagot dyan?
Hindi. Kaya nga may appeal process pa eh. Kaya nga meron kang chance to respond to the notice of disallowance, di ba? Kaya nga may appeal process ka. Aakyat pa yan sa, sa commission proper, di ba? Oo. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na kapag nakita mo na talagang bawal yan at sa batas, di ba? Talagang pwede mo na siyang idiretso sa disallowance. Binigay ko nga yung example kanina, di ba, John? Na between ano ba yung pwede mo munang isuspend. Temporary muna yung action mo. Vis-a-vis ano yung kailangan mo ng outright disallowance. At saka malinaw sa auditor yan. Malinaw sa auditors yung grounds kung kailan pwede ka nang mag-issue ng outright disallowance.
Thank you very much, former Commissioner Heidi Mendoza. That was former Commissioner and United Nations Undersecretary General Heidi Mendoza, clarifying some of the issues related to auditing work